Hey Rebel, welcome to Untoxify Your Relationship. Here we will talk about all things healthy and how to get that toxic mess out of you and your partnership. I'm your host, Melissa Webb, a practicing licensed mental health therapist with 10 years experience. I've been on a journey encouraging women to throw the middle finger up at society and to become a rebel, to go against the grain of who and what you are supposed to be and grow into what God has created you to be. And I do this by teaching them skills to cultivate stronger relationships through healthy theology and mental health practices. All right, let's go ahead and hop into it. Hey y'all, and welcome. Happy New Year. This is episode 18. And today we are going to talk about a vision for your dating life. So I see people in therapy. Is something I absolutely love doing, is doing therapy. And what I see people doing, especially when it comes to dating, is they just out here. They just out here without a plan. And it's funny when they end up with people who are trash because they're like, I didn't want this, and they just seem to be popping up. Why do I always seem to date people with trash? And my response is always because you don't have a vision for your dating life. So what do I mean by you don't have a vision for your dating life? Basically, you don't have a plan. You just out here just like, I'm tired of being single. I'm lonely. So let me go find a person to fulfill me. Or let me go find a person so I won't be lonely. Let me go find a person so my bed can be warm. It's never, hey, I'm single and I think I'm ready for marriage and this is what I want in a partner. That's what I mean by what is your vision when it comes to marriage, when it comes to dating. We can do a vision plan for 2024. We can do a 5-year plan, but we never plan for when it comes to dating. So having a visionless dating life will lead you to a partnerless life, okay? Because you have to be able to know what it is you're looking for in order to go out there and look for it. If you're just out there just trying to find a needle in a haystack, listen, it's going to take you a while. And so those people who plan usually, not saying always, but usually can find what they're looking for because they're planning it. So today we are going to talk about what does it mean to have a vision for your dating life. And then we're going to talk about how to create the vision for your dating life. Let's get into it. So what is a vision? Let's start there. What is a vision? When it comes to dating, we want to have a vision for when we go out here and date. So that means not taking a stab at it or just out here just going wherever the wind blows you. It's actually going in with a plan. That is wise. You know, I did an episode a couple of shows ago about wisdom. That is wisdom, right? Going in with an actual plan and not having a plan is foolish. There are plenty of plans that are in the Bible, right? So we have our homie Joshua, who God told him to, walk around the walls of Jericho. On the 7th day, they'll fall down, right? We have Esther, who fasted and prayed and came up with a plan of how to go talk to the king. God had a plan of how to redeem humanity by sending his son, his only begotten son, to save us from our wretched, sinful life. So there are so many plans in the Bible, right? And I think it's wise to have a plan. I'm hear me out. Like I'm okay with having a plan, and I'm also, okay with it being flexible, right? Not being so rigid with your plan. Like, I have to have this, I have to have that. And if I ain't got this, then Lord knows, throw the whole plan away, right? What I'm saying is have your plan and also be willing to submit to God's will. Because at the end of the day, sometimes our will is not lined up with God's will. But that's where you have to pray and get that understanding of what is God's will for my life? What is God's will for me when it comes to dating and marriage and having a partner. So you got to understand God's plan in order to make your own plan as well. And I'm jumping ahead of myself on my notes. So God has a plan for you. And you have to pray, again, to get an understanding of God's will. So it's important to pray first before you start making this vision. Again, if I go back to Esther fasted for 3 days before she went in with her plan to go talk to the king, because she knew if she wouldn't talk to the king when she wasn't supposed to, she would die. For her, she's like, let me pray, let me fast. And the whole community prayed and fast with her, to help her get an understanding of what to do next. So Proverbs 16:9 says, we can make our plans, but the Lord determines our steps. And what that basically said, it's okay to make plans. Feel free to make your plans, but God's will always prevail. So if you make this plan and it doesn't work out, God's will always prevail your plans. All right. So that's why I say it's important to pray first, because when you pray, you get the atmosphere ready, and then praying is just having a conversation with God, which creates intimacy, which if you have a close, intimate relationship with God, that's where he will reveal his plan or his will to you. This also allows for the Holy Spirit to speak to you while you are working on your vision for dating, or while you're creating this plan when it comes to dating. So let's get into vision. Let's get into the dating vision, because I want all y'all to be with someone in 2024 or 25 or 26. Whenever your time is, I want you to have that special someone. I want you to go ahead, get a paper and pen out, and start creating your vision as I go along with what needs to be in there and the questions you need to ask yourself. So get that paper and pen out. If you're driving, just listen and then get a paper and pen out later. So here we go. So when it comes to a vision, there's 3 things we need to discuss. We need to talk about your wants. We need to talk about your needs. We need to talk about your desires. So wants, needs, and desires. So your wants are things that you desire or wish for. Your needs are essential requirements for physical and psychological well-being. And desires is driven by personal passions, ambitions, and the pursuit of happiness. Why is this important when it comes to your vision in dating? Because we all have the wants. We all have things we absolutely need in a partner. And then there are things that we desire, okay? So, for example, a want can be you want a man that is monogamous. For some of y'all, that could be a need. But some people can be a want. So I'm just going to roll with it. So you want to want that your man will be monogamous. And I'm saying man because I'm a woman. If you're a guy, listen to this, change man to woman, okay? A need can be they need to be Christian and have a job. A desire can be a desire for your partner to understand the word and to have prayer time. So those are wants, needs, and desires. So this is how you create your vision with your wants, needs, and desires. So number 1, ask yourself these questions. When it comes to your wants, what is something I can live with or without? Wants are interchangeable. Like they are not the end all be all. Wants are something like, I want that, but if they ain't got it, it's cool. Like, I want you to have a 401k, but if you ain't got it, it's cool. As long as you saving up for retirement. As long as you're doing something, but it's cool. Those are wants. So ask yourself, what is something I can live with or live without? Number 2, for the needs, ask yourself, what is something that I absolutely cannot live without? So a need can be, I need him to respect me, or I need him to be able to commit. Like if those are your needs, like if you meet a person and they like, yeah, I don't want to commit, you might not want to be with that person. There's no need to keep going forward because they don't have what you need. So needs are absolutely things that you need in a partner in order for the relationship to thrive. And then there's desires. Number 3, ask yourself, what is something that I'm passionate about and what's the end goal, right? So if you're passionate about being married and that's your end goal for you, the desire is, desire to have a partner that wants to get married. That's a desire, right? That could be a need. So I think it all really depends on you doing some self-reflecting asking yourself, what's important to me? What are some things I can live without? And what are my desires? And going to God in prayer about those and really getting the understanding of who you are before you go out here and just start dating and you meet all these people and you don't even know who the hell you are. Yeah, we need to get an understanding of you, because this is what the vision is about. The vision is about you and what you want to see in a partner that will help you to get to your ultimate end goal, which is probably marriage. That's the whole point of a vision. So instead of doing a vision board this year, do a vision for your dating life, especially if you're going to get out there and start dating. The next thing you're going to do after you ask yourself these tough questions and you figure out what your wants, needs, and desires are, and you put them on a board and you're like, yes, this is my dream, man, I'm ready. Then you go to wise counsel. Again, I talked about wisdom a couple of episodes ago. So if you want some scriptures and things of that on wisdom, I say go ahead and check out that episode. I will definitely link it in the show notes. But when I say go to wise counsel, I mean go to a successful married couple. They will let you know, like, hey, brother, you might not need this, or hey, bro, you might want to add this, and ooh, I really like that you put that there. Go to your best friend, a wise best friend. Go to a friend that you trust and know, and that will be able to help you with this list, because, you know, people from an outside perspective can always see things differently. And if you need to go to a professional, you know, my favorite thing is to go to a therapist, because, baby, therapists can be reading people. Because I know I read people in my therapy sessions, and everybody's like, stop reading me. I'm like, that's what you pay me for. Proverbs 20:18 says, plans succeed through good counsel. Don't go to war without wise advice. I see this as don't go out here dating without wise advice. So it's good to have plans. It's also good that your plans go through wise counsel or good counsel. That way you'll know what you're getting into. You'll be able to get strategies and whatever else from this wise counsel to help you through this dating process. And it's just not a help me with my vision, then you don't talk to these people no more. This is a help me through this dating process, because at the end of the day, I don't think anybody should go through dating alone. Dating is a whole process, trial and error, but it can be a good process if you have the right people around you, if you go in with the right intentions, if you pray and just seek God to help you do this. And also, like I said, having this vision to lead you and guide you throughout this dating journey. And that's it. Oh, lastly, pray. Continually pray, right? Because God will reveal to you who you should talk to. God will definitely have that Holy Spirit say, nah, girl, this ain't it. Or nah, homie, this ain't it. I need you to stop. So continue to pray throughout this whole journey. And this is just the beginning. This is before we even hop on Bumble, Tinder, whatever else. This is a prep work before we even start doing it. So I think it's good that you create that vision, make it plain, and go ahead and pray about it and seek wise counsel. That way you can be the best you can be out here in this dating world. And that's it. Short episode today. Just want to get something out there. I missed you all last week. I hope everybody had a good holiday, and we are wishing for a fantastic and prosperous and great 2024, especially those of you that are going into the dating field. Definitely wishing happy dating in 2024. As always, share, like, subscribe, share it with everybody. I appreciate everybody who has downloaded, everybody who has shared, everybody who has listened. I definitely appreciate you all. Do not take you all for granted. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, share with your mama, your auntie, your uncle, and cousin and them. And I will be back next week with more on dating. So stay tuned and keep it classy. See y'all next week. Peace. Thank you for listening. Go ahead and share this episode with your family and friends. Don't forget to check out the quiz to figure out what your toxic trait is. The link is in the show notes. Thank you, and see you next time.